The NBA trade deadline has been very eventful, with several big trades that have shifted the balance of power in the NBA. One of the biggest ones was the Warriors' trade for Jimmy Butler. This ended up being a 4-team trade in which the Warriors sent out Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, Lindy Waters, and Dennis Schroeder along with a first-round pick in exchange for Butler's services. Upon arrival, Butler signed a 2-year $121 million extension. This is a great trade for both Butler and the Warriors. Butler was extremely frustrated with the Miami Heat after they refused to offer him a long-term contract. This caused Butler to act out, and the Heat suspended Butler in retaliation. Despite a great 5-year run that came pretty close to winning a championship, it was clear that the Jimmy Butler-Miami Heat relationship had run its course. As for the Warriors, they were in desperate need of star power next to Steph. Since winning the title in 2022, the Warriors have fallen way short of expectations every season since. It appeared that things were different at the start of the season when they went 14-3 and had the second best record in the Western Conference. But reality came to the Warriors fast, as they've gone just 11-22 since that hot start, which places them with a record of just 25-25 and puts them right outside the play-in tournament with the 11th best record in the West. With such a mediocre record, it was clear that the Warriors needed to make a big swing. Steph Curry is still a superstar, but at 36 years old, he probably only has a few years left before his game starts to decline. Acquiring Butler helps the Dubs to maximize what's left of Steph's prime and perhaps extends their dynasty. But before I explain why, we gotta discuss BetUS. Guys, if you love the NBA, then I strongly recommend joining BetUS. You can bet on games, and you can also make predictions, and if correct, you can cash out. With Jimmy Butler now on board, the Warriors are a much better team, so I'm gonna bet on them winning the Pacific Division. And with their casino playground, you could play their slots and feel that casino buzz with BetUS live dealer tables. If you sign up now, you could get a 200% sign-up bonus of up to $5,000 and a 250% crypto sign-up bonus of up to $5,000 as well. Now back to Jimmy Butler. Butler's ability to score at an elite level should make him a great fit on the Warriors. The Warriors were in desperate need for a secondary star next to Steph. Initially, it looked like Buddy Hield was emerging as that player for the Warriors. Earlier in the season, he was averaging 21 points per game. He was coming off the bench, but he was lighting it up as soon as he got in the game. But since that hot start, he's fallen off a cliff where he's averaging just 9 points per game since the start of November. Andrew Wiggins and Jonathan Kuminga are both good players, but neither are advanced shot creators, so they couldn't relieve a lot of the scoring pressure from Steph. The lack of a good secondary scorer is a big reason the Warriors have struggled this season. Jimmy Butler, on the other hand, can definitely be that secondary star next to Steph that the Warriors need. Now at face value, it looks like Butler's game is in decline. His 17 points per game is his lowest points since 2014, and he's no spring chicken at 35 years old. But it's also very possible that Butler is much better than what he's shown through 25 games this season. Jimmy Butler was clearly disgruntled after feuding with the Heat, and many within the Heat organization believe that Butler wasn't playing hard. Now that Butler is on a team he actually wants to play for, expect his production to increase. When he's at his best, Butler is a dominant scorer. He's a master at shooting in the mid-range, able to get to his spots on the floor and knocking down fadeaways and pull-ups even with the hand in his face. He's also excellent at attacking the basket, often using footwork and strong finishing moves to score and help defenders. And along with being a great scorer, he's also an exceptional playmaker that reads defenses at a high level to find the open man and set them up for an easy shot. Not only can Butler run the offense, but he's also great at moving off the ball, particularly when it comes to cutting to the basket. He should get plenty of open dunks and layups playing next to Draymond Green, who excels at passing it to cutters. Overall, Butler's diverse offensive skill set is exactly what the Warriors need. With Jimmy Butler on board, not only will the Warriors get way more scoring opportunities, but this should relieve scoring pressure from Steph, making his job a lot easier. We also can't forget that Butler is a legit two-way player. Despite carrying a huge burden offensively, Butler has remained one of the top perimeter defenders throughout his prime. And as for the Warriors, thanks to great teamwork and amazing defenders like Draymond Green, Trayce Jackson-Davis, and Brandon Podziemski, the Dubs rank 10th in defensive rating on the season. Jimmy should only enhance a Warriors defense that's already thriving. And as good as an addition that Butler is going to be throughout the regular season, what matters the most is the playoffs. Fortunately for the Warriors, Butler is a player that consistently raises his level of play in the postseason. He's had countless great performances in the playoffs, which is why over the past 5 years, he's led the Heat to 2 finals and a conference finals. And he also gets it done in crunch time, hitting plenty of clutch shots and game-winning shots throughout his career. All in all, Butler is a big-time player, which is exactly what the doctor ordered. At this point in the season, the Warriors may have put themselves in too deep of a hole to get home court advantage. But even as a low playoff seed, a Warriors team with Steph, Butler, and Draymond Green is going to be a team that nobody wants to face in the first round. As long as they're healthy, the Dubs will have a chance to advance and compete for the championship. So that's going to be it for this analysis. Trading for Jimmy Butler should make Warriors fans feel positive and optimistic about this season. Before making the trade, this was looking like another disappointing year for the Warriors, but adding Butler gives the Warriors a chance to make some noise in the playoffs. But that's my opinion. Now I want to hear from you guys. Does Jimmy Butler move the needle for the Warriors and put them back in the contender category, or do they still not have enough? Let me see your thoughts down below in the comment section. Guys, I'm going to continue to do analysis videos like this all season long, so if that sounds like something that will interest you, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing rest of your day.